the third part, so about the studies, as I said, like to describe it shortly, it's made that they just try to trick, like enjoy basically tricking innocence into to believe others that innocents are guilty and they are the good ones, and to make them suffer, and to cut off access to clean food, drink, or any other things which I can just normally wear or touch or do whatever, because it's just that the scale of it is ridiculous. And the same is in the place when I'm now staying also. During sleep, for example, there are constantly, for example, like things which happen is like making deeply asleep with certain substance, and then walking inside, and then taking all stuff which are possible, wiping the clothes, wiping the tools, the notes, or everything else, stealing things which have to be stealed, or poisoning the food or drinks with a small dose. If I'm alone, it's bigger. If there are somebody else which is consuming such things, it's obviously smaller dose. So I, as the person which have very destroyed insides and is in very bad health condition, gonna feel it much more. So the person not gonna notice it or gonna find other explanation. If gonna notice something, then most often me or the person are getting infected. It can be like with virus or some other stuff. So the person is gonna suspect that, okay, something really bad happens if yeah. So, and then gonna get gaslighted, maybe suspect also, and yeah, ask the questions. Yeah, just I feel terrible, and I know I'm not describing it well at all. But yeah, I said that about this letter that I have to look maybe if, I don't know, like I feel too weak to understand anything. And yeah, I had like hundreds of recordings in Polish language and from Poland, or even in Netherlands I made some, and even one there was when I described like it more clearly when I wasn't so in bad condition, so much poison. Yeah, but yeah, I just make this anyway. Yeah, so yeah, just as I said, yeah, like the maybe like time also when it escalated, to make it also like to split it a little bit, or to tell the date, not date, but the time around. So beginnings of all were when I was child, when I was like few years old, and then the invigilation in different ways like happened at the beginning, the making certain reaction or just sadistic behaviors from side of my father, and like this recording other things when I was few years old. Later it escalated also when he got access to certain poisons, or to other people which were also sadists and enjoyed asking this sort of things. And then like that was also much more poisoning. Also he could be able to make deep fakes to spread to others, and he started begging others for money because he's just have completely no rules, and he's just like, yeah, like this, yeah, just ugly person. So he just sold it, begged for others that he's very poor person, showing that his child or somebody from his family which was currently victim was doing something against, when in practice the person was defending themselves from these sadistic things, because the person was poisoned. But he was obviously covering these facts and saying only that, showing only the small piece which was made into deep fake, and cut it into the out of context and stuff like this, to make him bad, like poor, and to beg or and sell the proper part of the video when he actually hurts others. And then it grew up. So then when I moved also, and it happened like outside in hostels, or outside, or in the flat, and such situations. And I decided then to like escalate it much more. I was also in the Poland. I made the whole, like, I'm not gonna describe all the situation in the Poland, but it was also huge. I was also in different cities, like at all the Łódź, Warsaw, there was Krakow, and like a few other cities, Katowice. Like in Poland, there were like all the biggest cities, I would say. In the Netherlands, also the whole Netherlands, maybe not the whole, but definitely a lot of the different cities which such things happened. I also will mention that I was myself in the police like 30 or 40 times. When I try to describe situation in practice, it's also about the same as with the manipulation. Deepfake in terms of police, it was made by putting into the system some fake data that I'm some crazy guy which just comes and bothers police and nothing happens. Or when it began, and it was still in Poland, like earlier, when I was still in family house, that my father is a good person, he's poor guy, and I'm just someone, or his family like me or mother wants some money from him, or others just want money, and he's poor person, and other accuse him for things he never would do. Later that I'm just some person who just goes and bothers the police, or for example that I'm some criminal. Even there were also like, I mean, into the system which was put at that I'm some criminal, or when I was also tricked into this in the Netherlands, into criminal recordings having. Also, there was situation even like by the police when I was like attacked, for example, or so poisoned, or just beat dead. And for example, with the handcuffs on me, like I described much more, I think, in the other, like I said, in this all the other recordings in Polish, and now I feel terrible and I even cannot find the words. So yeah, like everything I've covered, like not maybe not everything, but like in all these like 300 or 400 recordings, which are like tens of hours length, definitely there's a lot of if they are, because not all, like maybe most of them are gone, but then there's described, but yeah, it's in Polish, so yeah, but there, yeah. But just as I say, like I was like 30 or 40 maybe times in different police offices, in different cities, in different countries, because as I said, Poland, Netherlands, also Belgium at the beginning when I was living in Belgium, and when I was working for the company, because to Netherlands, to work in Netherlands, I came basically through the company. Now I'm not gonna describe, but the major purpose was to escape from further from this situation in Poland, this pathological, this sadistic situation. So my intention was to escape and hope that there the police gonna be more competent, but in practice it's enough to just put something in the database that the guy is crazy, and when I came alone and come to police and say this and that, then everyone gonna laugh or take the gloves on and treat me as some homeless, ugly deviant and push me away with gloves or put handcuffs up even on. But it's more if not the person is manipulated or brainwashed, or but if the person intentionally, if some policeman intentionally is the criminal, I mean, and intentionally agrees, then it's more like putting handcuffs and beating or taking into something. But no, in case of just reports, as I said, most of them was that I just bounced off the police office. Yeah, there were also people a lot of times like saying that I should go to the police office and should do this, and even bringing me to the police. But afterwards I just came to the police, and okay, I had to sit and wait like 2 hours. So after these 2 hours, when I could say alone, when I was alone in the police station and just saying about such things as I say now to this recording, then obviously together with the what's in database, like the deep fakes in database, or the just fake information, maybe more like this, or somebody calling and saying something, that this guy just comes to this office each day and says the same story, which is like fake, just made to police to not take serious, then obviously the person not gonna take a report, or if even gonna take a report, then it's gonna disappear. But yeah, like the same is with other manipulating others, like somebody saying that yeah, then this guy is just, when I need help or ask for help, somebody says that, oh, like there's gaslighting, that the person is crazy, or this person sees me, for example, very often, that I'm going over to people asking for the same thing, saying about some recording that I'm some, I don't know, some crazy guy which thinks that is a victim of something, and he saw me stealing something and taking drugs, and just they keep distance, right? And so the person which is manipulated gonna take distance, yeah, most often. Yeah, I think if like, I know it's terrible, these recordings are terrible quality of, because they are, I cannot just think completely that's because of my condition. And, yeah. But yeah, like yeah, I think that's it. Maybe I just make other one later. Yeah, I think I just these 3 videos I just make like this, and maybe I'll just make shorter and wait a while and then make, because the way of I describe this completely sounds completely unrealistic about scale of it, that somebody would want to invest so much, so ridiculous amount of people and so crazy amount of money into hurting, making suffer and tricking some person just so some sadist gonna enjoy it, which have like millions in cryptocurrencies and can just send several bitcoins because some sadist enjoyed some video. I know it sounds ridiculous and crazy, so yeah, in the way I'm describing it, especially because so feel sorry, but yeah, like yeah. So that's it. These 3 ones I gonna stop. Maybe I'll just add that when I'm recording now in Netherlands, in the city of Utrecht. Yes, and about the address, I think I can say now when I'm recording it also happens such things like constantly. That's why I feel so bad. And the address is Ornstein Single 41, the name of the street. Yeah, and I maybe gonna add something later because now I feel terrible, but that was very shortly how does it works, and yeah, just how does it works and what can I ask just to, like, if somebody is Christian, to pray for, or like for me or whatever. But if just, well, most important is to not only to pray but to do some like to do just practical things, because praying without anything else is just like turning head around and ignoring the problem and ignoring the victim, and that's also what people even in church does sometimes, in different churches, I mean, around the world. Yeah. What I can say also, maybe I will just ask if it would go, like I would send to someone and somebody has, for example, somebody was also like not direct victim but knows is involved in any sort of, I would ask to also post some informations into this, how the people try to convince, or in what way somebody had to hurt, for example me or others, if that was like somebody asked for recording just, or just even poisoning or other way, just to describe how it was. Also about like sharing, for example, the deepfakes, like the deepfake videos which are about to manipulate others or trick others into thinking that I'm evil person, to also expose all the manipulations and all the both in terms of trying to convince or building up the fake story, and these which are about to invigilate or blackmail or scare others, or potentially, or yeah, just to expose all the ugly evil things that are made, to share all the descriptions maybe of such things, of such acts, and also to share the deepfake videos and or videos of suffering, or any just thing that is related with it, and that can, because I feel like it's just important to expose. And I'm just recording. It's like, I don't know how many recordings I made, but now I just feel very, very terrible. That's first I make in the English language, and first I feel so bad, I think. But yeah, so just please like to share some information, just expose everything. And yeah, and just to add something, so it's gonna be like possible to recognize and to maybe put the hashtag, like hashtag expose evil, just so it's gonna be easier, to find, just on some social media or whatever. If some people that knows me or something would like to share anything, then I would just be grateful for it. And yeah, like I'm just feeling terrible. As I said, I couldn't even cover 1%, I think, of everything. Maybe 1 or 2, but yeah, just gonna end for now, at least. Maybe gonna I cut it into pieces later and talk a little bit later about it. And but I know I just yeah. Maybe I will just write some information about something like that. Or I'll just so I thought about just gonna say, like, if some, as I said, maybe just post something, or I don't have anything to write it down, which I could use, like, useful. So just that's how the name and surname can be typed. No, it's even. I don't know if it can be visible easily, but just like if somebody have okay, I'm just finishing it for now, just filtering about, and yeah, just yeah, I hope I could at least like tell a little bit about like anything. I know it makes no sense completely for somebody who'd like listen and would not be involved or don't know about this and gonna find it completely crazy, but I just feel very weak and no. Yeah, so just it and like yeah, just what I would say to make it more like clear. Just I would ask to like post on this like some whenever, just post with some hashtag expose evil, and things which are related with my person, and from people to like I has to be people which are like involved in a potential way of they like got tricked to like doing something bad or to ignore some evil things, or they believed in manipulation, or they agreed intentionally or whatever to just okay. I'm ending the recording now. That was the first part of third part of these three. I mean, of these three parts. I couldn't cover almost anything, basically like 2% or 1% max, I think, because I cannot even speak normally. It's, yeah, I think like it makes no logical sense, I realize it, and because how terrible I feel. I feel like apathy and cannot focus on like anything, even on describing things. So like yeah, almost everything I couldn't describe, and yeah. But I hope I could at least expose a little of the way of how it's done. But it's just the basic thing that it's made by manipulation and tricking others into something, and into imaginated story, making the person suffer as me, like there me as the victim, major victim, or somebody else, or which can be, but just now describe it specifically about my situation, because yeah, I'm just gonna finish the recording now, and yeah, just please like just do something with if somebody knew anything, just please do something, because like doing nothing is almost the same or the same ugly thing as and agreeing for some sadists to rape others, to rape kids or animals on hurt innocent and trick somebody into doing something, or manipulating others, like do all these evil things, just hurting others to hurt others and to monetize it and to earn money by hurting, which is like the worst thing possible which somebody can do. Like the ignoring this is just also not nice thing. And I appreciate really if somebody which should be involved or anything and would just gonna do anything. And yeah, that's always something which I at least find, like, mention the people if somebody does good things or bad. And so just I would really appreciate if someone wants to just share or do anything as I mentioned before. And yeah, this hashtag expose evil, or like my name is like jacob3. That's also just any information I mentioned there. And okay, I'm just finishing the recording now. And I apologize again that you have to listen to this. It sounds completely as which I even cannot find word and I cannot think, but it's not my fault. And basically, if that situation wouldn't happen, I'm sure that I would be in a completely different place, because I always was caring more for others than for me, definitely more like caring. And that's why also actually I ended up a little bit, like not ended up, but I mean I was helping others always, and not being not so much hard or something when somebody hurt it or whatever. And that's the worst thing, when, like, in case it was me as being hurt as a child. But if somebody don't, and I didn't do something which I did actually, but it makes even no sense, honestly, but because I did a lot, but to prevent even such things. But yeah, it's more that just yeah, what I was about to say, that I would be in a completely different situation when I was always like focused on like to achieve something, to help others, to be a good person. But since I was just unlucky to be in a situation when currently, like since childhood, such things happen, but it escalated more and more. And currently, for example, I cannot even get access. I cannot go to grocery, buy just food or drink, which I would not feel worse after consuming. I cannot use the tools, can't use the basic things without feeling worse, progressively worse. And situation when I have nothing basically, and the things I had has been stolen, and my health condition from the person, like I mean the health condition became, since these years of constant poisoning, much worse after a lot of times in hospital, or in the, like, without conscious, or lying, or with broken bones, or with bleedings, or brain bleedings, or the other situation when I was completely vegetable, like a lot of times, and couldn't even speak. Like now I can at least speak a little bit, but it's getting progressively worse. But there were times when there was like I couldn't wake, couldn't stand up, and the medical care had to do other things, because I was after being poisoned, I was so destroyed. And this is, yeah, just what I want to say to, yeah. And although this, I stick to the rules, to don't, when even I'm like poisoned and I need tap water, and if somebody which is involved maybe would be in such a situation, I never like said, oh, can you give me tap water? No, I always try to propose, oh, some payment even for tap water, which is obviously absurd example, and which can be considered as being offensive towards the person that like to paying for tap water or something, but it's just the rule I stick to. Never steal, never beg, never ask, even if I'm in the situation when I cannot, when I'm victim of some sick industry which is worth like absolutely ridiculous amount of money, which involves a lot of people like constantly 24/7 basically, and makes me unable to make anything, to make documents, to make appointment in some government institution, to do any steps, to go to work, to use the basic tools, to drink or eat the normal, not poisoned food, or just completely whatever. Like yeah, I cannot even describe it well, but I hope that the truth will go, and all this evil gonna be exposed, and the manipulations gonna be exposed and confronted, because yeah, they cannot escape with just such things like evil. Yeah, something such on such huge scale, something such ugly happens, then it cannot go.